So yeah, Steve, you're just going to give me a bit of a guided tour.
This is my guided tour for Rasheed of Waterstones, 3rd floor, Piccadilly. So
okay.
Here we have this amazing section.
We're not advertising them, but you're just showing me. Yeah.
So on this section here, this is all the Christianity, Buddhism, theology.
Right.
This is kind of stuff. This is history of Christianity, the Good Samaritan, Jesus of Nazareth, and you've got all this great
world religions
of stuff here. And over here. Just love these titles like this. Feed your soul. This is kind of stuff that interests me. And like this kind of thing. The Tao of Pooh.
The one you put, that's practically quite a seminal book, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But I love books with humour. This is great.
Yeah.
And you've got one of my favourites, which is the wonderful Thich Nhat Hanh, Buddhist.
Yeah.
But he's actually very free-thinking. And, of course, you've got the Dalai Lama and philosophy books.
Got you.
And here we opens up into the wonderful conspiracy theories from David Icke, who's probably a very popular conspiracy theorist. Ghost hunting, 2012. The whole thing about this 2000, what's going to happen? Should you book your holidays in spring 2013? It's a mystery.
Okay. Well, apparently it's every year in the calendar is supposed to be the last last one.
And then you've got all the kind of magical Wicca, symbology, tarot, which I really like. And I'm not sure if they've got. I'm very into the tarot. I've got about 5 or 6 decks actually.
Yeah.
But I can't see if there's a couple that I really love, but I can't.
They can be quite powerful, aren't they? It's amazing how beautiful with an open mind.
Yes, but it's about archetypes. It's about the kind of Jungian, deeper, journey, and it's a very simple structure. The major arcana like the Fool, the High Priestess, and they're just wonderfully rich. And over here you've got the kind of zodiac. Who's your best lover?
Oh, yeah,
that could be very useful to know.
The Russell Grant stuff.
Even down to psychic animal, talking to animals, chakras.
Wow.
Wonderful people like, I think, these kind of books with the kind of Robin Sharma, the monk who sold his Ferrari. These really wonderful. Eckhart Tolle, which is hugely popular.
Yeah, very popular.
Many people would consider him an awakened soul. Neil Donald Walsh, I've met, Conversations with God, some rich wisdom actually in there. And you go along here and you've got more people like Byron Katie, which we do.
Oh, yes.
She's Inquiry. I think you'd like her, Rasheed, because it's about turning around your judgments and your fixed opinions, which I think you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, do. I know of Byron Katie's work.
Now, this is probably a great one you'd like. I'd like it too. Spirituality with Dummies. What on earth is in there? I think I should buy this book.
Well, I wonder. I've always wondered I'm not sure I'd want to buy a book which is called For Dummies, but they're very popular. So
they're very popular. Now, these ones were written in the 90s, where there was almost like we had the 60s spiritual renaissance. The 90s was another wave. People like this with Shakti Gawain. There were others like that. This is one of my favourite books, The Prophet by Neil Gibran.
It's one of my,
I think Sufi wisdom.
Yeah, one of the few books. So tell me, I'm curious now, how many of these kind of books is it you've read? I mean, being director of alternatives, you probably get loads of books. You've read probably loads. I mean,
well, I've read. I've skimmed through more than I've read.
Yeah.
Because it's just very hard to read. It has to really call to me, I think, a book. And there's probably 100 that I would say are classic that have really touched me.
Yeah.
I've probably read 1,000 books or more.
Wow, so 1,000 across this whole spectrum.
Yeah.
Are there any particular ones that for beginners and so on, or not necessarily, or for those people who or any particular ones that are favourites, actually just favourites of yours that really resonate and hold true?
Well, it's hard because I think people come from so many different places that you'd have to speak to. Where are you coming from? Oh, that's a great book. Or where are you coming from? That's a great book. So just to say that, it probably wouldn't. I might say pick that book up, and the person might go, didn't do anything for me. So we've got round here. Look, another fantastic Feed Your Spirit. Now, I love Paulo Coelho. If anybody, this is a great story. The Alchemist. It's a very beautiful story. Anybody just started. This is his latest, Aleph. I haven't read that one yet, but he's prolific. And then it goes on to kind of health and yoga, and over here.
Yeah.
My favourite. Come and have a
look. Okay, let's have a look.
So here you have relationships,
Yep.
which is a fantastic area,
Yeah.
which is what makes life so rich. Isn't it? And of course, in the corner over there, which if you buy any of those, you have to get a brown paper bag as you go out. Of course, the sixpence, and then of course all of that leads to parenting. And
Excellent.
maybe parenting. I wonder why they put self-help next to parents.
That's clever. isn't
Parents
it?
need the self-help. I think.
Absolutely. Well, it's an
They're
interesting.
so stressed, and you've got after the families and the sex, you've got they fuck you up, which is all about fat surviving family life. It's a great logic thing.
There is actually it's quite a rich journey on here, isn't it? Isn't it?
And even improving your relationships with dummies, that's fantastic.
Develop yourself. Wow, wonderful. Well, thank you very much for that tour.
Yeah, it's fascinating,
Fantastic stuff. Well, thank you very much for that.